Megan first appeared on the cobbles as Will Driscoll's athletics coach, but it was later revealed she had been manipulating him. On Will's 16th birthday, the pair ended up sleeping together while his entire family remained unaware. The truth only began to surface when Sam Blakeman uncovered Megan's abusive behavior and eventually opened up to Leanne Battersby and Eva Price, causing everything to fall apart. Although Megan has now become widely disliked by her neighbors, Will remains firmly under her influence, while Maggie Driscoll is determined to drive Megan away by any means necessary. In a recent episode of Coronation Street, Maggie followed Will to Megan's flat and confronted her, warning her to stay away and hinting at how far she could go. Viewers already know Maggie has a dangerous past, making her a serious threat, but Megan, unaware of this, refused to back down. The situation escalated when Maggie warned that if Megan went to prison, the Driscoll family would raise her baby, prompting Megan to lose her temper and strike out, leading Maggie to push her back. After the clash, Megan secretly met Will again and tearfully claimed that Maggie had attacked her, before telling him she had lost the baby because of it. However, fans are highly skeptical of Megan's story, especially with subtle hints suggesting she may not be telling the truth. Many viewers believe Megan may never have been pregnant in the first place, suspecting it was all part of her manipulation. Others think she may have already ended the pregnancy and is now covering it up to avoid further consequences. Another theory suggests she could still be pregnant, but is hiding it to protect herself from Maggie and the fallout. Some fans have even questioned whether the baby was ever Will's, recalling another student who claimed he had also been involved with Megan. With so many possibilities in play, it remains unclear what the real truth is. One thing is certain, this situation is bound to put serious strain on Will and Maggie's relationship in the episodes ahead. Coronation Street is setting up a dramatic confrontation as Ben discovers a shocking truth about Maggie Driscoll. The long-running ITV drama has teased a fierce clash between Ben and Maggie after a significant secret comes to light. In scenes broadcast on Friday, Maggie unintentionally hinted that Ben may not fully understand the truth about his origins. A preview clip for Sunday's episode shows Ben confronting his mother, demanding answers about her past. Following a heated exchange, Maggie ultimately admits that her late husband Alan was not Ben's biological father. The revelation leaves Ben shaken, especially as it suggests he could have unknown family connections in Weatherfield. The actor who plays Ben explained that the news hits him hard and deeply affects his emotions. He shared that Ben feels both stunned and furious, particularly because he can no longer speak to the man he believed was his father. This makes the situation even more painful, as Ben had always shared a close bond with Alan. Ben also learns that Alan was aware of the truth but chose to remain by Maggie's side regardless. This discovery actually increases Ben's respect for Alan, even amid the turmoil. However, the shock leads to a major argument with Maggie, after which Ben storms off and turns to drinking at the bar. He struggles with the fact that his mother has deceived him again, especially so soon after previous conflicts. Ben begins to question how many more secrets Maggie could be hiding, with this latest lie creating distance between them. Although he has grown used to her dishonesty, this particular revelation cuts far deeper than before. He has forgiven her for many things in the past, recognizing the sacrifices she made while raising him and his sibling alone. Even so, this time may prove harder to move past, and the emotional damage could take longer to heal. While Ben hopes time will eventually repair their relationship, he remains deeply hurt by years of deception. He is likely to hold on to this grievance and bring it up in future disagreements. The truth about Ben's parentage emerges during an intense argument about Will's situation involving Megan Walsh. Maggie accuses Ben of failing to properly support his son, which sparks a harsh response from him. Although he initially denies responsibility, Ben secretly feels guilty about what has happened. He reflects on whether he has been too distracted by other issues, including family tensions and major life changes. Ben realizes he may have overlooked warning signs and is disappointed in himself for not acting sooner. Determined to fix things, he now tries to rebuild his relationship with his teenage son, though he knows it will not be easy. Despite the strain between Ben and Maggie, his relationship with Eva Price continues to grow stronger. She remains a steady source of support as he navigates the challenges in his life. The actor described them as a strong couple who have endured constant difficulties since arriving in Weatherfield. Rather than falling apart, their bond is strengthened through adversity. Eva consistently supports Ben when he feels overwhelmed, helping him stay grounded. He relies heavily on her strength, and their relationship is hoped to remain solid moving forward. Coronation Street has revealed a dramatic first look as Jodie Ramsey steps up her scheme to drive a wedge between Shona and David Platt. In upcoming scenes, Jodie intensifies her efforts to sabotage her half-sister's marriage by once again trying to get David on his own and win him over with her charm. A preview clip from Monday's episode shows Jodie rushing around after falling behind schedule for work, only to discover that David happens to have the day off. Sensing an opportunity, she quickly changes her plans to make the most of the situation. Meanwhile, David is seen settling in for a relaxing day at home, pouring a bowl of microwave popcorn and excitedly talking about his plans. He reveals that he intends to spend the day watching a double feature of Avengers: Infinity War and Avengers: Endgame, clearly looking forward to enjoying the films by himself. David jokes that he'll finally be able to watch without interruptions, as Shona and Lily won't be around to distract him with questions. At first, Jodie claims that superhero films aren't really her thing and insists she's never watched them before. However, she soon changes her mind and decides to call in sick to work so she can stay and watch the movies with him. Her sudden decision surprises David, who finds the situation amusing and happily agrees to her company. What David doesn't realize, however, is that Jodie has a hidden agenda behind her actions. While she appears casual and playful on the surface, her true intentions are far more calculated. It's clear that David enjoys her quick wit and playful banter, which only encourages Jodie to keep pushing boundaries. Those around them may begin to question whether David could eventually be swayed if Jodie takes her flirtation further. According to sources, David remains completely unaware of Jodie's real motives and believes her behavior is harmless. In reality, Jodie is carefully playing a long game, taking her time rather than making any obvious moves too quickly. Her ultimate goal, however, is far from innocent, especially when it comes to her half-sister Shona. If Jodie continues down this path, David and Shona's relationship could be placed under serious strain. The situation raises the question of whether it's only a matter of time before Jodie crosses a line that cannot be undone. With tension building and Jodie's manipulation becoming more subtle yet dangerous, the future of the Platts' marriage hangs in the balance.